The markets, even with the controversial testimonies going on Capitol Hill, showed that there wasn't any great influence one way or the other after Comey did his testify today. As a matter of fact, after he testified, the market moved up fairly strong. The market was up a little bit, but notice once again how the T-line, especially over the last couple of days, have supported right smack dab at the lows, telling us that every time they pull the markets back, they use the T-line as support. And not only was the Dow showing strength, but notice how the NASDAQ consistently stays not only above the T-line, but what we also call the 3T line, which very simply states that if we're staying above the 3T line, we're obviously above the T-line. Staying above the 3T line shows that there's still significant strength in the uptrend. And we would suspect more uptrend based upon the consolidation as this trend has moved. There's our J-hook pattern. There's our next wave. If this is wave 1, looks like wave 3 still has some more upside to it. This allows us to recommend stocks that are doing what we can see are very strong reversal signals and pattern setups. We can see the handle right here, and we can see the scoop, the cradle type pattern, and the scoop pattern, which usually has a slingshot effect to the upside. So we can be buying on the basis that this pattern is setting up off a strong signal, allowing us to see what happens at the first resistance level, which is the handle, with the expectation that if it doesn't resist at these levels, our slingshot effect could take us up much higher. The analysis of candlesticks is very simple. It shows us when there's a change of investor sentiment, a drastic change of investor sentiment that breaks out of a resistance level, and we can stay long in these positions as long as it doesn't close below the T-line. This makes for effective trading both in the stock area as well as the timing element for option trades. This is our recommendation on LITE. And common sense analysis can work in when to buy and when to sell. Notice in our NVIDIA chart, we are best friend signal right here. Told us we were in an uptrend as long as we didn't see a sell signal and a close below the T-line. With the caveat that the further away you move from the T-line, the higher the probability there's going to be some profit taking. And with the notice of a gap up in the overbought condition, this is exactly where the common sense graphics of candlestick analysis from the Japanese rice traders show us when it's time to start taking profits. When you start seeing exuberance at the top, start being a little bit more diligent as far as watching for a sell signal. This is also illustrated perfectly in our recommendation when we bought CONN based upon the kicker signal. The uptrend remained in progress until we saw a gap up in the overbought condition, the exuberance. That was the time to take profits. Candlestick analysis is nothing more than the graphic depiction of what happens in human nature, and the Japanese rice traders have demonstrated to us what should be done based upon those signals. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.